to YouTube views. What's up, everybody? How you feeling? It's Pastor Dre. And today I want to give you 5 tips on how you could get more views to your YouTube videos for your church. Are you ready? Let's go. All right. I got my notes right here, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. Also, if you are blessed by this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comment section below. If you missed the live, go ahead and post them after the live in the comment section. Let's get into tip number 1. All right, tip number 1. What you want to do is you want to optimize your titles for search and clarity. What do I mean by that? You want to include specific phrases people are actually searching for on YouTube or Google. Like, for example, if Pastor Dre's the preacher, right? You might not want to title it Sermon by Pastor Dre because hardly anybody's typing that in. You want to type something that people are actually going to be typing into YouTube or Google, maybe something like Sunday morning sermon on giving or Sunday morning sermon on faith or Bible study on book of James, whatever the preaching is about. You want to optimize your title for that specific keyword that people may be typing in. Now, here's the key thing you might want to do. Say Pastor Dre's preaching and he has a powerful, cool title for a sermon that nobody's searching. You might want to talk to Pastor Dre and say, hey, do you mind if I change the title of your sermon and our YouTube title to make it more searchable in YouTube? And then I'm sure, if you get the permission from the pastor, they'll be okay with that, or whoever's the preacher, because sometimes cool titles are not searched in Google. So that's number 1. Number 2, you want to optimize your video description. What do I mean by that? You want to use a description to write kind of like a mini blog post, okay? And you want to include relevant keywords in your description. So say we title our YouTube video, power packed sermon. No, now let's say we're going to go with Sunday morning sermon on giving, right? So then in your video description, you also want to put that keyword somewhere in there that talks about Sunday morning sermon on giving. Now, one thing that you can do is I'll put a link in the description is you want to get what's called a keyword research tool. And if you get a keyword research tool, this will give you keywords that people are actually searching in Google. And just know that Google owns YouTube. Now, if you want to get a YouTube keyword research tool, you can do that also. But having a keyword research tool will actually help you find out where people are typing in to Google or YouTube. But let me show you something that's powerful. I'm going to do a little bunny trail here. But what I want to do is I want to show you something that's powerful. I'm going to open up Google right here. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to take a little bunny trail. Okay. So I'm going to open up Google, okay, and I want to show you something. All right, so let's say I type in powerful, or let's say Bible study on giving. Okay, let's just say we're talking about that. What I want you to notice is right down here, it says people also ask. So Google is telling you what people are also typing into Google. Now, there may be a good chance if somebody's typing it into Google, they might be also typing it into YouTube. But you do have keyword research tools for Google and some for YouTube. But if you don't have any, just go to Google and type in what you titled your YouTube video, and you can get a few more ideas. So you can see right here, what are 7 principles of giving? What are 4 types of giving in the Bible? So Google's not guessing. Google's actually telling you people are also asking. So what does God teach? What does God teach us about giving? What are 4 principles of giving in the Bible? So right there are some keywords that you know that people are typing into Google. Now, that's a side note. That's a nugget right there that I want to give you if you don't have a keyword research tool. All right, let's get back over here. So you want to optimize your video description. So now we're going to get into number 3. Tip number 3 is you want to use tags strategically. You want to use tags in your videos strategically. You want to add relevant tags that might match what people might type into YouTube or Google. So not only do you want to put your keyword in your YouTube title, in your YouTube description, but you also want to use tags, okay? Such as Bible study on giving, sermon, sermon on, I haven't really, let me see. Let me think what might be good. Well, let's do it. Let's do a quick research. Let's go to Google. Okay, this is live, family. We're going to go to Google. All right. So I'm going to type in powerful, let me see, sermon on living for God. Okay. So now if you go down here, people also ask, you can see right here, what is the meaning of living for God? What are the 4 principles of giving? What can I preach on giving? How do you truly live for God? Okay, so there it is again. I'm not using an actual keyword research tool, but I'm using Google to give me ideas. So those are some other tags that you could put into your video. Okay, those are some other tags that you could put into your video. That's powerful. All right, so let's go ahead. That was tip number 3. You want to use tags strategically in your videos. Christian sermon, church live stream, how to pray, Jesus teachings. Those are, whatever your sermon is about, try to put some relevant tags in your video. All right, let's go to step number 4. You want to create custom thumbnails. You want to use eye-catching thumbnails, okay, that are going to get people's attention when they're searching on YouTube, because YouTube is a visual platform. So you want to create some custom thumbnails, eye-catching thumbnails with readable text and engaging images to improve click-through rate. Now, YouTube pays attention to how many people click and watch, so thumbnails matter for SEO. All right. And then we're just going to go ahead into tip number 5, encourage engagement. Now, what do I mean by that? Encourage engagement. You want to maybe ask people in your church to visit your YouTube channel. Okay. Or you can also start your video with, hey, viewers, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe in your video. You could do like a little intro. Let me put this here so you guys can see me. So what you could do is you create like a one-time intro that you could put before your videos if you edit them, right? You can say, hey, this is so-and-so. We want to encourage you to, if you are blessed by this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. Here is our preaching for the day. And you could even say your keyword target in your intro. So if you want to do a new intro every week, that would be great, because now you can put your targeted keyword in the intro of your video, or you could create a general custom, like a general intro, but ask the preacher to say this word right before they preach. That's powerful. Okay, so you're targeting 5 benefits of giving, but the pastors say Pastor Dre's title was how to be a good giver. So you talk to Pastor Dre and you say, hey, do you mind changing the title of your sermon to 5 benefits of giving? Or you could keep the same title, but do you mind if I change it in the YouTube video? And if they say no problem, Pastor Dre says go for it, then you could ask Pastor Dre, whatever you're going to title that YouTube video, because you've done your research, you can say, Pastor Dre, do you mind saying this saying in the beginning of when you're starting to preach? So then you ask Pastor Dre to say, all right, today I'm going to be talking about 5 benefits of giving, and the title of my sermon is this. You could change up the title, but ask the pastor to say the targeted keyword in the beginning of your video. That is a nugget right there. All right. And then we're going to get into the last one, tip number 5. I think that was tip number 5, right? Let's go back over it again. Number 1 is optimize titles for search and clarity. Number 2, optimize your video description. Number 3, use tags strategically in your videos. Number 4, create custom thumbnails. And number 5, encourage engagement. Yeah, so we were on number 5. And also when it comes to encourage engagement, ask the congregation. Hey, you guys, we got a new YouTube channel. Do you mind stopping by and showing us some love? Go ahead and like the video. Even ask them to comment on the video, start some feedback on the video. That would be great. So that should even be part of your church announcements, is when you put in your announcement, don't forget to stop by our YouTube video this week and give a comment, give a like, or, and subscribe to our channel, of course, but also give a like and a comment. That would be fire. All right, family, I'm going to wrap it up right there. Now, here's the cool thing. If you want to connect with me one-on-one on a free live call, you can set it up today by going to pastordre.com/call, and I'll jump on a 15 to 30-minute free call with you to help you optimize your church website or whatever it may be. You want to get some tips and techniques on how you could take your YouTube views to another level. Let's jump on that call today. I'll put a link in the description. I will also put a link in the description for my class. I have a class called Digital Marketing for Church Growth, where I'll walk you through step by step on how to optimize your website to get more viewers, and you can use your website as an outreach tool. I've seen it done. I've overseen our website. I was a missionary in Cape Town for 12 years, and I overseen the website, and it was optimized for certain keywords that people were searching for. And our ministry reaches those that are affected by drug addiction and gangsterism. And I see people come from Google into our church, graduate our recovery home, get their families back, get jobs, and get their dignity back because they were searching for Google on a keyword that we were optimized for. Man, that's powerful. So if you want to connect with me one-on-one, go ahead and set up that call today. Once again, you can set it up by going to pastordre.com/call, right? And I'll jump on a 15 to 30 minute free call with you to help you optimize your website or your YouTube videos. God bless.